In December 2003, a harrowing incident unfolded in Australia's Northern Territory that would later inspire horror films and leave a lasting mark on those who heard the tale. Three friends, Shaun Blowers and Ashley McGough, both 19, and Brett Mann, 22, set out for a day of adventure, riding quad bikes near the Finniss River, about 50 miles southwest of Darwin. The river, swollen from monsoon rains and a recent cyclone, cut through a rugged tropical wilderness known for its population of saltwater crocodiles, or salties, the world's largest and most aggressive crocodile species. The trio had been tearing through the muddy trails, enjoying the thrill of the ride, when they decided to stop by the riverbank to wash off the caked-on mud. The water was fast-moving and murky, its sandy edges deceptive. As they waded in, Brett ventured a bit farther out, lost his footing, and was swept away by the current. Shaun and Ashley didn't hesitate. They leapt in after him, swimming to guide him back to safety. For a moment, it seemed they might succeed. But then, chaos erupted. Ashley suddenly shouted, "Croc! Croc!" A 13-foot saltwater crocodile, hidden in the murky depths, lunged toward them. The friends scrambled for their lives, racing toward the nearest tree as the predator closed in. Brett wasn't fast enough. The crocodile seized him by the shoulders, dragging him beneath the surface without a sound. No scream, no splash, just an eerie silence. Shaun and Ashley made it to the tree and clambered up its branches, hearts pounding, as they scanned the water for their friend. Minutes later, the crocodile resurfaced, Brett's lifeless body clamped in its jaws. In a chilling display, it swam slowly past the tree, as if showing off its kill, before disappearing into the floodwaters. The two teens, now stranded above the rising river, were left in shock, helpless as the reality of their friend's fate sank in. But their nightmare was far from over. The crocodile returned, circling the base of the tree, its dark eyes occasionally breaking the surface as it watched them. It stayed there, stalking them through the night and into the next morning, an unrelenting presence in the flooded darkness. For 22 hours, Shaun and Ashley clung to the tree, battling exhaustion, fear, and the elements. The night was pitch black, the air thick with humidity, and the distant rumble of the storm. They kept each other awake, knowing a slip into the water below meant certain death. The floodwaters crept higher, narrowing the gap between them and the crocodile, which seemed to be waiting for an opportunity. "He just hung around us all night and pretty much all the next morning," Shaun later recalled, his voice steady but haunted by the memory. Back in Darwin, their families grew worried when the trio didn't return home that Sunday evening. Police launched a search, spotting the abandoned quad bikes near the river, but struggling to locate the boys amid the flooded, inaccessible terrain. It wasn't until Monday morning, after hours of relentless effort, that a rescue helicopter finally spotted Shaun and Ashley, still perched in the tree, the crocodile lurking below. The chopper winched them to safety, delivering them to Royal Darwin Hospital, where they were treated for shock and exposure. Brett's body, however, was never recovered, and the crocodile slipped away into the river's depths. The Finniss River was no stranger to such dangers. Home to an estimated 75,000 saltwater crocodiles across the Northern Territory, the region had seen its share of attacks, bolstered by a population rebound after hunting bans in the 1970s. Just months earlier, a German tourist had been killed by a croc in Crocodile National Park. Yet this incident stood out for its sheer terror. The crocodile's deliberate, almost taunting behavior as it paraded Brett's body and stalked the survivors. Experts later suggested it wasn't unusual. Crocodiles often store prey and return for more, especially during the wet season when opportunities abound. But to Shaun and Ashley, it felt personal, a nightmarish standoff with a relentless predator. The story of their ordeal spread quickly, a stark reminder of nature's raw power in Australia's wild north. It even inspired the 2007 horror film Black Water, though the movie took creative liberties with the details. For the two survivors, the loss of their friend, a quiet, kind mechanic they described as the best bloke, left a wound that time could scarcely heal. Their 22 hours in that tree, with a 13-foot killer below, remain a testament to both human resilience and the unforgiving reality of life in crocodile country.